Your body isn't broken. Your approach is performing exactly as it was designed to perform, which is to say terribly. I've spent 26 years watching professional women torture themselves with healthy advice that leaves them exhausted, hungry, foggy, and quietly convinced they're failing at something everyone else seems to manage just fine. And the worst part? They're told it's their fault, that they just need more discipline, more willpower, more restraint. They don't. We don't. Hi, I'm Nikola Howard, Life Alchemist. I help women with chronic conditions build energy, clarity, and sustainable success without sacrificing their health to do it. And today, I want to dismantle one of the most dangerous myths still floating around about women's health. That if you're tired, gaining weight, hungry, foggy, snappy, or just struggling to function, that you just need to try harder. Eat less, move more, ignore your hunger, override your body. We're taught that being hungry is virtuous, that suffering is proof that we're doing it right, and that nothing tastes as good as thin feels. But you don't need more discipline. You simply need a different framework. Now, you've heard the advice before. Just eat less, move more. Calories in equals calories out. Do portion control, eat low fat, eat high fibre. Have you tried porridge? Yes, Sandra, she's tried. Oh, by the gods, she has tried. I've never met a fat person that isn't trying or isn't on a diet the whole time. Because our metabolism is not a maths problem. It is an open biological system responding constantly to what we put in, what we do energy-wise, and how we live. Food, sleep, stress, movement, pain levels, injury, hormonal shifts, big one, deadlines, trauma, sunlight, or the lack of it, given most of us sit in an office all day. And that healthy breakfast that we've been told to eat, the one that spikes our blood sugar and dumps us into a crash by mid-morning, well, that's your body just scrambling to keep you alive. You are not failing at weight loss. When women follow the standard advice and it fails for them, the conclusion is always the same. It assumes that they are the problem. They are not. That infamous 3 p.m. crash is not lack of willpower, and weight gain is not a moral failure, especially as we enter our 40s. Brain fog. Believe you me, brain fog is not you being dramatic. It is a metabolic signal, as all of these things are. Our blood sugar is on a roller coaster. Insulin resistance has been quietly building in the background way before medicine even thinks about it. And hormonal disruption from our aging, well, that's just par for the course. But it's also the chronic stress and underfueling ourselves that amps that up even more. The body is doing exactly what it evolves to do under pressure. It's trying to protect you. It's trying to conserve energy, and it's trying to keep you alive. That is its job. Because the problem isn't our bodies. The problem is that the advice we are given is based on outdated science, questionable conclusions, and opinions that should have been left back in the 80s. If this is making sense for you, remember to please hit that subscribe, hit that like, ring that bell, all the YouTubey things, because this channel is about practical, body-honouring ways to support your energy, your health, and your work without pushing yourself into the ground to do it all. Now, as you know, before this work, I spent 35 years in IT infrastructure, and I can tell you with absolute certainty that when a system is underpowered, overloaded, and badly configured, it does not fail quietly. It slows down, it throws errors, it crashes at completely inconvenient times, and causes lots of calls to the service desk, and it behaves badly in ways that makes perfect sense once you understand what was going on. You wouldn't shout at a server or a desktop or your phone to tell it to try harder. You wouldn't accuse it of lacking discipline. you'd just fix it, you'd update it, you'd patch it, you'd change the way it's configured. Now, your metabolism is no different. Most mainstream advice tells us to eat less, override hunger with willpower and discipline. But of course, when you restrict food in a hormonally complex open system, that system reads that as less input, so it adapts. Your metabolism slows down. Hunger hormones ramp up. Stress hormones rise. Our fat is hoarded, not released, and so our energy disappears. Then women are told that they just need more control. What they actually need, though, is metabolic safety. And that's why I created the HOPE protocol. Not as yet another diet, and certainly not as a punishment. It's a framework that stabilizes blood sugar, it reduces inflammation, supports hormones, and just tells your body that it's safe. Because when metabolism feels supported rather than threatened, everything changes. Your energy becomes predictable because your body knows it can use it. The cravings calm down because you are well nourished. And because of that, the mood steadies, our thinking clears, and weight shifts without force. That's not willpower. Willpower is a finite force, and it is totally useless to deploy something as simple as our food. So if you are blaming yourself because healthy advice didn't work, let me be 100% clear. Your body is not broken. Your approach was built on bad advice, never designed for a complex system under chronic stress. In the next video, I am going to get really practical. We're going to talk about the first thing to change if you want your metabolism to stop fighting you and start working with you. And it's not a full overhaul, and it's certainly not perfection. It's just that first stabilizing move that makes everything else after it easier. Again, subscribe because you don't want to miss that one, and I'll see you in the next.